Okay, y'all. So do y'all heard about fan base, right? Fan base is a black owned app. Where is the damn story? Did I not save it? Fanbase is a black owned app that they kept trying to get everybody on. And I remember going over there, but in my experience, sometimes I can tell when things are going to flop just from how they feel to me. Like whatever it is, I'll just be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And sometimes it's not about it flopping, it's just about me not being a trend follower. Like, when you're on social media, they kind of force you to follow trends. What's popping right now? What do what's everybody doing? What dances? All of that shit. I'm not like that, y'all. In real life, I don't follow trends. I do what I want to do, regardless to what is popular at the time. And I've always been that way. So it's hard for me to just hop on shit once I become accustomed or comfortable with something. So that's why I was never really getting on fan base. And it's hard for me to be on a lot of these other apps. I am on Instagram. I try to be on Threads. I'm gonna try to hop back on Blue Sky. It's hard. It's hard. It's too many goddamn apps out here. But I've really been on TikTok lately. I'm trying to get back, because I like going down rabbit holes on TikTok. So now that I'm actually using TikTok more, I'll probably upload over there better, more. And I think it helps bring more people to your channel when you put your shorts and all of that on TikTok as well. So, I try to keep up with that. It's tough though. All right. Either way, hold up, y'all. Okay. So this content creator, I believe I found her on TikTok. Yes. Francesca Ramsey. So I've seen her, I follow her. And she had a beef with Isaac Hayes, the owner of Fanbase. Let's hear.
Isaac Hayes III, the CEO and founder of Fanbase, made a 16-page slideshow about me on Instagram last night. It's already been deleted because he was getting eaten up in the comments for suggesting that I'm not black because my ex-husband was white. Yeah. 6 years ago, I got a
I just want to be clear, that's not how blackness works, but okay.
divorce. And according to Isaac Hayes, that means I have no room to ever speak on any black issues and that I don't really support black people. Meanwhile, he's propping up a white man who's a racist and people with sexual assault allegations. But me saying that I don't want to join his app means that I don't support black people and I'm anti-black. So now that he's deleted this slideshow, he has so graciously...
A whole slideshow? Do you know? I'm just saying, y'all, I need for y'all to understand the amount of energy that people put into people that they don't like is always so astounding to me. I'm not putting that much energy into people I don't like. I don't even want to see you. So when people take time to write messages and, write whole threads and shit about people that they are, really not liking, it always makes me feel like you're obsessed, aren't you?
Invited me onto Fanbase in order to have a full, transparent conversation about why he chose to spend yesterday crashing out in my comments. I mean, it's really weird because you could do all of this on TikTok and on Instagram and on Threads. And now that everybody is deleting their account, now that you've lost money, according to you, $500,000 worth of investments have been returned to people who gave you money for your app. Now you want to talk on Fanbase. Now you would like to address your appropriate response to my unwarranted personal attack on you and Fanbase.
I will be addressing my appropriate response to your unwarranted personal attack on me and Fanbase. Wait, hold up. Didn't he attack her?
Base on Fanbase. The only person that got personal was you digging up photos of my ex-husband. I didn't say anything about you personally. I talked about your actions, Isaac. You are a grown-ass man who can't take any responsibility for your actions. And now that everybody is seeing your behavior on the Stubborn Jam screen in 4K, you're like, hey guys, come over to my bullshit app that no one's on and let's talk about it here. Remember when you accused me of clout chasing? Remember when you said I was chasing you for clout? Funny. I'll also say it's really interesting that this all started in defense of Drake. And now you're using Not Like Us.
Drake? Because of Drake?
Gorgeous photo of me, which also I think that's a big part of this, right? You brought up my ex-husband because you know you can't call me ugly, right? You know you can't take shots at my looks. Oh, you wear too much makeup. Oh, you don't look good. Oh, you got like, you can't do any of those stupid personal attacks. So you have to dig back into my history and talk about my ex-husband. Meanwhile, you don't have any smoke for the men on this app who've talked about fan base, or you. Men who are on fan base and are like, hey, dude, the platform sucks. You have nothing to say to them. Only smoke for me. You're never beating the misogynist allegations, Isaac. Never.
Okay, so I'm surmising. Okay, but what it seems is that hold up, here it is.
But the narrative of misogyny and attacking Black women is just simply not true.
Hey, Isaac, apology not accepted. Because part of an apology requires you to take responsibility for your actions. And it's very clear that you just want to make excuses. But again, I love receipts. And here we go, right here. You taking shots at a Black woman's appearance because she dared to say, hey, focus on your app and getting it together so that it can compete with TikTok and Instagram. You've had it for over a decade. It should work better than this. And your response was, you can't spell and you have on too much foundation. What does her looks have to do with her criticisms of your app? It's also so convenient that when you talk about crossing the line, you don't get specific in what it was that you did in response to me critiquing your behavior. I'll get specific. You shared a photo, a 10-plus-year-old photo of me and my ex-husband on my wedding day to suggest that I'm not Black enough because my ex-husband is white. And then when people rightfully called you on your misogyny, you said, oh, I can't be a misogynist. I campaigned for Kamala Harris. Which is interesting because if my white ex-husband negates my Blackness, then how does that work with Kamala Harris and her white husband? Make it make sense. I will also say that it's quite telling that this non-apology focuses so much on your intentions and how your character was maligned and how dangerous it was for you. And not once did you talk about how dangerous it was for me when you chose to share multiple images of me on your TikTok, on your Instagram, and on Threads, and on Twitter with this caption, not like us. Okay, not like what? From day one, my issue was you amplifying abusers and shitting on Black women. And you've had multiple days to say, I don't agree with their behavior. I apologize to the multiple Black women, because not just the screenshot that I grabbed, you deleted a lot of the other things. And you have a long history of this behavior outside of just me. Okay, you didn't acknowledge any of that. Instead, you focused on how bad you felt and how unkind it was of me to say, hey, maybe don't prop up abusers. Maybe don't prop up racists. Maybe don't shit on Black women. So, apology not accepted. Absolutely not.
But the narrative.
Okay.
You know what's wild? I have been harassed the entirety of my online career. Even before I was somebody and I had no followers. I was literally nobody on the internet. I was harassed just because I'm a Black woman who dares to take up space. And I got to be honest with you, it hurts the most when it comes from Black people. And that happened before I even got online, right? From members of my own family would make fun of me for the way that I talk or the music that I listen to or where I go to school or where I dress. I was just never Black enough. So then to get into adulthood and build a career where I talk about race and identity and advocating for marginalized people, and I'm harassed and attacked by bigots and white supremacists, to then have other Black people say that I'm not Black enough because my ex-husband was white
Y'all
is
trying to find
nuts.
Hold up.
And yeah, it's really hurtful. It really sucks. But one thing about me is I keep receipts. And you can look me up. I have a long documented history of centering Black people, especially Black women. And if this most recent situation has taught me anything, Black women don't play about me. They don't play about me because I don't play about them. Okay? I ride for Black women. I am always going to big up them and center them. And I will always call out rapists, abusers, and racists. And if that makes me a sellout, I'll be sellout number one.
Okay, so I was trying to find like Isaac Hayes shit.
You remember back in January when we thought that we were losing TikTok and a bunch of people were saying, you should join Fanbase because it's Black owned. And I said, being Black owned is not enough. No shade to Fanbase, no shade to Isaac Hayes III, the founder. It's just, I don't see a reason to join. And y'all tried to eat me up because I remember y'all.
So this is the post that her talking about how she did not like the app. They weren't fucking, y'all. I know that's where everybody likes to go to first. No. Because she said she did not like the app, and I'm going to let her continue. This is what sent him on this tirade, I guess.
Said I was anti-Black. You said I don't support Black businesses, and I'm a sellout, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, one thing about my intuition is it's rarely wrong. Because Isaac Hayes III hopped onto Blue Ivy's internet to proclaim that it's the kids that will decide if Drake's music is relevant or not. And in this post, he says, the world belongs to Kay Sinnott. The one who said that Black Americans don't have any culture, that one? Academics. Oh, the one who was just caught grooming a 15-year-old boy on his live stream? And Aiden Ross. Oh, right. Isn't that the one that platformed Andrew Tate? Lots of white supremacists used racial slurs, said he watches his sister's OnlyFans, and was campaigning for Donald Trump? The world belongs to those three motherfuckers? Okay, cool. And then when someone said, hey, maybe you should focus on updating your app so that it can actually compete with Instagram and TikTok like you want it to, his response was to say, you can't spell and you have too much foundation on. Yeah, this is a 49-year-old man, and here is how he responds to criticism. This is the person who wants us to rush to his app and support it and spend $399 so that we can be investors in his app. Yeah, but my favorite moment by far was when a number of people said, hey, you know, Drake has actually said some like sketchy things about young girls. And Isaac said, if you think Drake has had relation with teen girls, then you need to get off the internet. Oh, really?
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about? I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day. He was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely.
Okay, so y'all remember yesterday when I was telling y'all how most men actually dick ride one another and it's bros before hoes and they defend another man no matter what? Remember when I said that shit? This is an example of that. Why are you defending Drake? You supposed to be pro-Black, but you on the internet defending Drake? That's some weird shit right now. That in this time frame, that's some weird shit.
I'm gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah. What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say? About boys. He helps me. Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him. Advice for boys. You know, that stays in the text messages.
Now, mind you, Millie Bobby Brown was 14 years old in this clip, and Drake was 32. In what world is a 32-year-old man sending text to a teenager saying, I miss you, and giving her advice about boys? So once again, my intuition was correct. I said it before, and I will say it again. When it comes to supporting your business, your brand, or your app, being Black owned is not enough for me. You remember back in.
So yeah, that's what got this whole thing started, I'm guessing. I do not know you. I have never met you other than the one time I attempted to introduce you to Fanbase in 2022 after you expressed frustration about creators not shit. I'm guessing, you know, whatever. She shows the DM.
Isaac Hayes III is so angry that I won't join his multi-level marketing scheme that he like rage strokes out when he tries to spell my name. There's an H in there, bruh. It's really not that difficult. And then he went and dug up a 10-year-old photo from my wedding day with my ex-husband to prove that my ex-husband is a white guy. And look, I have not spoken to my ex-husband in 6 years, but I gotta say it's really fucked up to share his photo on the internet when he has nothing to do with you and I getting into it.
I know, right? Y'all know how crazy people are online.
And I'm annoyed that you're making me stand up for him. I really am. But like, that's really weird. Like, he's off living his fucking life in God knows who where. And you're like, this proves Francesca's not black. One time she was married to, like, yeah, 6 years ago I was married. Do you not see, like, you're just dripping in misogyny? You can just rip my blackness away because of someone I used to be married to. Meanwhile, you are liking thirst traps of non-black women all over threads. Do what you got to do. But like, that does, are we in a competition to see who's black enough? Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I don't care about your fucking app. What I care about is the fact that you used your platform to shit on black women, to uplift abusers and groomers and racists.
Exactly. And you're mad. Okay, so pyramid scheme. Listen, I tell y'all all the time about niggas that squint and then raise their eyebrows at the same time. You can never trust these niggas. Like, why are you making that face? This does not look like a trustworthy face. Why are you making that face? Oh my God. All I know is this kind of like, I feel like we all kind of felt like something was off about him. We all kind of felt like something was off about son. And it wasn't until this happened that we was like, there it is. There it is. It makes sense now. It makes so much sense now. Listen, all I know is I tell y'all all the time, it's a case by case basis situation with me. And as much as I am always going to want to and try to support black people, you know, because I'm black, so I'm gonna support my people, especially the ones around me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you don't do good business, I don't care if you black. I'm not fucking with you. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not uplifting you because you black, even if you fucked up. Like, I'm not doing that. That's weird. That's weird. Okay. And I don't know how he could claim to be pro-black and then be trying to guilt people into joining his app by using pro-blackness, but then you're uplifting weirdos. Like, it's definitely giving somebody should check his hard drive. It's definitely giving somebody should check Isaac K's hard drive. He used 3 very specific people that seem to like to engage with, you know, with a younger subset. Like, it just is weird to me that that's the people you pick. Whenever you pick out some predators as the people that you feel like are running the world, totally ignoring the fact that everybody knows that they are predators, it's definitely given you're also probably, yeah. Patriarchy is absolutely a cult. But like I'm telling y'all, in that, like, you got to pay attention. Men like that, like, you should pay attention to who they dating, who their girlfriend is, what's going on their hard drive. Like, why are you aligning yourself with these people right now? Like, DJ Academics got kicked off Twitch, and you said the world is in his hand. Oh, okay. Well, let's move on to less, you know, less heavy shit, y'all.